days, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Prop Talk. We're a voter companion show that's aimed at making your voting decisions easier by giving you objective and succinct explanations to every proposal before voting ever closes. We'll also contextualize the conversations happening around these proposals so that you don't have to dig through Twitter and Discord to figure out what's going on. This show is brought to you by the same people who brought you House of Nouns, a supercharged governance platform for on-chain voting and discussion. If you'd like to jump in on that discussion, please check us out at houseofnouns.wtf. We also host a space and partner with the Nouns Square every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, without any further ado, let's jump in these proposals. Proposal number 193, the Nouns Basketball Court Restoration Project, proposed by Victor Solomon and sponsored by 4156. The TLDR, this proposal would restore a basketball court in Los Angeles with a Nounish mural. The project is led by Victor Solomon, who has become the go-to artist for NBA stars and even redesigned trophies for the NBA. The prop also contains a PR campaign across multiple media outlets, support from basketball influencers with millions of followers, and a free basketball camp for kids. If passed, the court and PR campaign would roll out in March of 2023. The budget for this proposal is $282,000 and one noun from the Treasury. It breaks down like this: $139,700 to fully restore the court with a Nounish mural and noun backboards, including a 10% contingency. $17,500 for 250 Nouns basketballs and jerseys. $90,000 to partner with influencers for pickup games, social posts, and basketball camp led by Lethal Shooter, who has over 2 million followers on Instagram. $35,000 to create the on-ground content, including a film and photography. The noun would be compensation for Victor. But who's Victor? Well, Victor Solomon is an artist and the creator of Literally Balling, an exploration of the icons and totems of basketball. Victor has worked with the NBA and its best athletes, including LeBron James and Kevin Durant, to create iconic, elegant totems that celebrate the league. Most notably, he recently redesigned all of the NBA trophies in collaboration with Tiffany & Co., including the Larry O'Brien Trophy for the finals winners. He also created entirely new trophies for the end-of-season rewards. Victor has been active in the Nouns community and has even created his own basketball-focused Nouns fork called Vesselverse. Vesselverse is a collection of 9,125 generative basketballs using the Nouns auction mechanic. The treasury will be used to fund community proposals like Nouns. Victor has previously been funded to create Little Nouns basketballs, which were shipped to Little Nouns. The main influencer named in the $90,000 budget for influencer spend is Lethal Shooter. He is one of the most in-demand shooting coaches in the entire world, working with athletes like Anthony Davis and Domantas Sabonis, countless others. The other influencers listed in this prop that will be joining the pickup game all have at least 100,000 followers. The proposal was sponsored by 4156, who's one of the Nounders. But have there been any other similar proposals? While Nouns have put on several IRL activations, there aren't many that compare closely with this one. The best comparison is probably the Rose Bowl parade float, which is coming up soon. The Stupid Buddy team was funded with 609 ETH or $1.2 million, with proposal number 73 to create a documentary film about Nouns and their journey to bring a Nouns float to the Rose Parade. Additionally, Nouns on the ground was funded 62 ETH to support and create content around the parade. Of course, this will create instant reach for Nouns as an estimated 73 million people watch the Rose Parade on television around the world. While the basketball court reach will be much smaller, it will be more targeted towards basketball fans specifically. As for the community sentiment, with the vote currently at 195 for and 45 against, Nouns are in support of the prop and have showed up to vote. Victor's strong background and connections in the basketball community have the attention of Nouns voters. The community impact aspect is very Nounish, and while marketing spend seems high, many are in support of trying something new with a new audience. Victor has been transparent and available in answering community questions. Al409 said with his vote, "It's very refreshing to see some top-tier IRL proliferators coming to build with us. In my opinion, we need to continue trying to leverage Victor's IRL partnerships and network to continue building awesome IRL events and experiences to proliferate a new audience. Noun 12 voted for with 28 votes and asked that the noun for Victor is only awarded after a successful completion of this proposal. DCF voted against with 5 votes, citing that the influencer spend is too high considering it's for a good cause. A few no voters are against a noun as a compensation for Victor. In Jungle Discord, Will Price suggested that Victor could instead be compensated with 40 ETH, which could be sent to a multi-sig and distributed upon completion. As for 4156, who sponsored the prop, he said with his vote, "There's nothing more critical to the success of this project than attracting builders like Victor and giving them the resources they need to have a positive impact in their community. If we can retain them after the fact with the gift of a noun, that's even better." The voting is live right now but closes at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, this Friday. Proposal number 194 to increase voting delay to 5 days, proposed by Krell. The TLDR. Currently, the delay for the on-chain proposal before voting is 2 days. This proposal would move it to 5 days to give voters more time to view, evaluate, and discuss the proposals before votes come in. It also guarantees that weekly meetings across the Nouns ecosystem will always be able to discuss the prop. This was proposed by Krell.eth, who has previously submitted 5 other props. As for similar proposals, Prop 161 in October extended the voting period from 3 days to 5 days, with the same idea to give voters more time to digest proposals. The proposal passed unanimously. As for the community sentiment here, Noun voters unanimously support this proposal as well, with 201 votes for and 0 against so far. 4156 said with his vote, "Increasing community size, number of props, ongoing de-recentralization of communication channels equals increase in overall complexity. Makes sense to give ourselves more time to consider each action as the inputs get more chaotic." Nailed it. Yatong said with this vote, "Given the new proposal velocity lately, more time would be helpful. There are no community concerns with this prop, and it looks like it should be passed." As somebody who creates proposal content, please, yes, this is great. The voting's open now, but it will end Saturday around 5 p.m. Eastern, so make sure to get out there and vote. Our next proposal is number 195. Atrium X Nouns, a lore experiment, proposed by Atrium, sponsored by Will Price. The TLDR. This proposal is for 20 ETH to create a cinematic 90 to 120 second animated story introducing the world of nouns. The animation will be created by Atrium, a crypto-native network of artists, and 3D Print Guy, a former Pixar engineer. The goal is to create an engaging, memorable introduction to the Nouns community, which could be used as a foundation for a larger story world. The budget includes storyboarding, scripting, plotline, 3D animation, voiceover and sound design, animation, and final FX. The main characters' 3D files will be available for download and reuse under CC0. After the first Noun story, based on the reception of the animation, Atrium intends to come back with a larger proposal to fund some number of new Noun stories. As for the Who, this proposal was sponsored by Will Price, who holds 26 Nouns. The team behind the proposal is Atrium, a crypto-native network of independent artists and creators. Their team spans across several creative outlets that have worked for companies such as Pixar, Marvel, Netflix, and more. There's also 3D Print Guy, who would animate the story. He has over 2 decades of experience in the animation industry and has worked on animations for Pixar like Up. He has posted proof of concept on his Twitter already with what the animation style would look like. They made our job easy by listing 2 similar proposals within this proposal itself. Prop number 113 funded an animation from The Ordinary Folk, which explained what nouns are. That video budget was 125 ETH. That video was recently finished, released, and loved by the community. Prop number 181 from Hindsight funds a community contest to release Nounish videos and content on YouTube and be retro-funded for the attention. However, neither of those are as story-driven in the same way that this animation plans to be. Nounish is also working on some sort of short story animations, which are yet to be released. The community sentiment has been unanimously in support of this proposal, most likely for its low cost compared to previous proposals. It doesn't hurt that it is sponsored by Will Price, a member of the Nouns Tech Pod and holder of 26 Nouns. Will said of the proposal, "I think this proposal is a good example of what we can deliver with a small amount of funding. Other proposers should take note. Excited to see results and hopefully reuse the 3D assets." Voting is open right now with 147 votes for and 0 against so far. Voting ends on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get out there and vote. Proposal number 196, the Nouns Sports Pick'em. Proposed by Bounty Sports, wallet ending in D429. The TLDR, this proposal would spend 245 ETH to develop Nouns Sports Pick'em, a free peer-to-peer game where players pick winners across several sports leagues to earn points and prizes. The goal is to proliferate Nouns through the sports community and educate Web 2 sports fans about Nouns and Web 3. The team behind this proposal is Bounty Sports, which has built a sports-based game with 20,000 users over the past year. Pretty good. The budget of 245 ETH is detailed in this proposal. 115 ETH will be spent on marketing, including funding content creators, podcasts, paid media, and referrals. 30 ETH will be used for development, including mobile dev work. 12 ETH will be used to manage the platform, including support and maintenance. And then 73 ETH is for prizes and player credit, as players will get free credit when they join. Bounty Sports is the team behind this proposal. There's no clarity in the proposal about the team they currently have outside of 2 founders and the project leader, Nick Grossi. Grossi holds 2 Nouns and led the development of the project. Grossi is the founder of Bridge 3, a Web3 focused marketing company which specializes in strategy and advising for NFT projects. This proposal is fairly unique, and we really don't have any proposals to look back on in comparison. The community sentiment, however, has been met with a bit of opposition from the jump, with 134 votes against and 2 votes for, which came from the proposer. Noun 12, who voted with 28 votes, said this: "Start smaller. I think that's what the votes are saying." The vote is open, but will end at 11 p.m. on Tuesday, December 27th. We just wanted to wish you all a very happy holidays. On behalf of House of Nouns, the Nouns Square, myself, and By Hardy, we really appreciate you checking these episodes out. We'd love it if you shared them. We'll clip them out. We'll do whatever we can to make it easier to vote for all Nouns. We want to see the highest amount of participation when it comes to these things. If you like the show, leave us a comment or a thumbs up, and that would be really, really helpful. But other than that, just stay Nounish and stay warm over the holidays. We'll see you next time. Bye.